It was your idea, dear.
It was? Then these pants are down and I'm ready to party!
Welcome one, welcome all to the Z-Man Show Game of the Year Awards for 2023. Thank you for covering everybody. As is tradition on my channel and many other channels out there, we like to take a look back at the year and celebrate the best that the year had to offer. And 2023 had a lot of great games this year, and today I'm going to talk about 5 games that really stood out to me. A few things first, as always, no matter how much time or money you have in a year, you're never going to have enough of either to play every single great game that comes out in a given year. There's a few games that I did want to play this year, but just couldn't get around to. Not to say that they would have been in this video, but there is that possibility. Second, I am doing that thing where I did last year where I made shorts or reels of every single game in this video, but in this video I'm going to go into more detail that I couldn't get into in a 20 or 30 second clip. So it's more work for me, but it's fun work and it's more content for you, which is good. Anyway, with that long forward out of the way, let's get the game at our number 5 spot. It's a romantic one. Is it a hot take to say that Team Ninja does Soulsborne games better than From Software? Cause that's how I feel about Team Ninja's action games. Something about their fast-paced combat just hits for me in a way that other Soulsborne games don't. When I put Wo Long in my PS5, I was hooked. I defeated the big bad, but the Wo Long monkey was on my back, so I bought the season pass, which is very uncommon for me. And wow, did they listen to player feedback. The DLC chapters offer much more variety and challenge than the base game. It shows that Team Ninja cares about their fans and is openly looking to improve their product, which is rare for major gaming companies. I died a lot while playing Wo Long. In fact, I'm still dying while trying to clear the DLC, but I'm having a good time. I am so excited to see what Team Ninja has cooking in the future. The expectations are through the roof. You have to admit, Team Ninja has been very consistent with their action games. You have to remember, they put out Nioh and its DLC in 2020, Stranger of Paradise and its DLC in 2022, Wo Long and its DLC this year, and now they have a new game, Rise of the Ronin, coming out in 2024, and you already know I'm going to be in there for that title. Until that happens, well, let's talk about the game at our number 4 spot, and it's a wonderful one. Truth time, I've always enjoyed the 2D Mario games, but rarely do they ever stick with me like the 3D Mario games or other 2D platformers. After playing New Super Mario Bros. Wii U on the, well, Wii U, I got burnt out on 2D Mario. That was until Super Mario Wonder released. Nintendo went above and beyond in giving the Mario games new life. Each level is brilliantly designed, and they were all as challenging as they needed to be, and were always fun to replay a few times. Whenever I found a secret item or path, it made me feel so good about myself. And yeah, the game's power-ups and levels are insane. Finding a Wonder Seed was always exciting because I never knew what the game was going to throw at me. Super Mario Bros. Wonder is just a fun and wonderful time, and I can't say it any better than that. When Mario Wonder was first announced, I was like, really? You're gonna end the Switch's lifespan with a 2D Mario game? And well, I gotta hold that L. To be fair, it's a very fun L to hold. Speaking of Nintendo, let's get to the game at our number 3 spot. Here's a question, who should play Link in the Zelda movie? Tom Holland or Timothée Chalamet? Anyway, Breath of the Wild was already one of my favorite Zelda titles, and Nintendo took a near-perfect game and made it even better. They changed your tools from the first title to Tears, and holy crap does it mess with the mind. I had to rethink how I approached the game. There is a lot of familiarity in Tears of the Kingdom, true, but there's so much new content here it feels like a fresh experience. Anyone who called Tears of the Kingdom Breath of the Wild DLC has no idea what they are talking about. It also helps that Tears of the Kingdom expanded the playfield to both the underworld and sky, which offered lots of new places to explore, and accidentally commit Sudoku, which I did very often in this game. There isn't any one correct way to play this title. Your Tears experience will be different than mine. Perhaps the greatest strength of Tears of the Kingdom is that I put over 100 hours into this game, and never once did I get bored or felt like the game was dragging on. Only this game, Dragon Quest XI, Dragon's Dogma, and Xenoblade Chronicles X have given me the same feeling. Tears of the Kingdom is another masterwork from Nintendo, and I am excited to see how Nintendo tops this game. With the Switch, we have come full circle, as the Switch started with a really good Zelda and a really good Mario, and now we're ending the Switch with one of my favorite Zelda games and one of my favorite Mario games. Nintendo, I cannot wait to see what you have in store for the next Switch console. But we're not done yet. Let's get to the game at our number 2 spot. Just about every time RGG Studios puts out a new game, it always ends high on my end of the year list. They got the winning formula for open world games. Joryu is here on a personal journey that gets him back into the game. As with any Like a Dragon title, there's laughs, there's tears, there's triumph, and plenty of beautiful ladies to talk to. Compared to other characters, Kiryu feels so human. We know his thoughts, what drives him forward. We want to see him catch a break, but being the Dragon of Dojima always paints a huge target on his back. Beyond that, Gaiden is a side game in the Like a Dragon series. The side games in a side game in the Like a Dragon series have more depth and content than the majority of releases out there. Plus, it's a good teaser for the main course, Infinite Wealth, releasing in 2024. Hey Sega, if you want to take a break from the Like a Dragon series, here's a free idea. Use the Yakuza gameplay and make that Virtual Fighter RPG concept from the 90s reality. There you go, there's your Virtual Fighter 6. Between RGG knocking it out of the park every time they make a game, the Sonic series doing better than ever thanks to the movies, the TV shows, the games being really good, and now Sega revisiting their old franchises like Jet Set Radio and Shinobi, it feels good to be a Sega fan. I hope they keep this momentum up in the future. By the way, Sega, Skies of Arcadia port, that goes without saying, and whenever you do a new Virtual Fighter, make sure you have rollback netcode in it. That would be very, very, very nice as a Virtual Fighter fan, okay? Okay, and here it is, the #1 spot, the best game of 2023, my favorite game of 2023, and that title is... I've had a special relationship with Street Fighter over the years. 4 was an important game to me in high school and college. I won my first solo tournament in Street Fighter 4 and met a lot of wonderful people through that title. Street Fighter 5 dropped and it was a massive letdown, to the point where I got out of competing in games until Smash Ultimate released. While 5 did vastly improve over time, it never grabbed me the same way that 4 did. I was optimistic about Street Fighter 6, given how much Capcom has improved in the late 2010s, and how much better 5 got over its lifetime. When I played the first beta for Street Fighter 6, I knew that this game was going to be amazing, and I was right. I could sit here and break down all the fighting mechanics, the single player mode, the online play, which I have to say is very, 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 very good, though DJ users, you might want to invest in a LAN cable. All of those make Street Fighter 6 a great game, but what makes Street Fighter 6 #1 for me is that it made me love fighting games again. After 5 and a slew of other underwhelming titles, I thought that fighting games were done, to the point where I made a video about the subject. It's like Capcom watched that video and made 6 just to shut me up. And they succeeded. Street Fighter 6 made me want to start competing again. I watch as many streams as I can. I jump at commentating whenever I get the chance. Any game that can make you fall in love again with a series and a genre as a whole did something right. Street Fighter 6 means so much to me, and without any doubt or hesitation, this is the best game of 2023. Please buff Jamie. Ever since I got into the closed beta for Street Fighter 6 back in 2022, I was like, yeah, this game is something special, and here it is, the best game of 2023, Street Fighter 6, saying it here officially. And with that, the Game of the Year award ceremony is finished, and thank you for watching. I just want to take a quick minute to express my sincere gratitude to everyone who's been following me over the years. Whether you've been here since day 1 in 2016 or jumped on this year, you've been following my content, liking the videos, sharing my videos, liking my posts and whatnot, I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I've also noticed that odd number years really suck for me, but even number years tend to be really good. Like 2018 was a lot of fun, 2019 was difficult because that's when I moved from Fukui to Tokyo. 2020, for as terrible as that year was for the world, it was actually pretty good for me. 2021 was an awful year for me. 2022 was pretty good, and this year was very taxing without getting into too much personal details. So, here's to making 2024 an even better year than this year. So before I sign off here, what were your favorite games of 2023? Let me know down there in the comments. And while you're down there, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell as well for notifications on future videos. I am active on the social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Zmings, you know what it is. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season, and I hope you have a very fun and safe New Year's season, because you already know what I'm going to be doing. Let everybody take care.